Well, Dan, I feel like I do have some explaining to do. Because in the last video, I did give a bit of a goal, you know, of you reaching a certain amount of subscribers, and I would do a certain thing. The problem is, I didn't realise how fast that would happen.
No, neither did I, to be fair.
We were all surprised.
Yeah.
Now, I did say I would wear a maid's dress if we got down to 7,500 subscribers, and you're currently on...
12? 12?
So a little bit higher.
Imagine that.
Yeah, it's on its way, and in the next episode, I will unfortunately be wearing that.
Teaser.
Yeah, different. Oh god, I'm really looking forward to that. But you know what as well, right? Here's another little thing to add onto the list. If I'm going to be wearing it, let's do another little goal. Let's keep this competition going.
God.
If we can reach 10,000 likes on this video,
yes,
I will recreate a really cringe TikTok in the maid's dress. A maid's dress TikTok in a fashion that I don't want to be doing it. So, if you do want to see that, 10k likes.
I'm not going to be in the room for that, though, surely.
I'm going to look into your eyes, Daniel. But yeah, hello and welcome back to the Cancelled Corner. And without further ado, I reckon we should roll the intro screen, don't you?
Do it!
But yeah, like I said, welcome back to the Cancelled Corner. If you are new here and if you have not already subscribed, please do that. That would be a big old hand. But yeah, enough of all the begging stuff out the way. I reckon we should just get into this, don't you, Dan?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we do have quite a few topics to get through.
Oh, nice.
We've been doing the whole, like, one topic type thing recently.
Yes.
We're back amongst it, okay? There's a bunch of fuckers to talk about today.
Dive in.
Now for the first topic, I think we could give a little bit of an update of something we kind of spoke about already here on many different occasions. If you actually look down my channel, all the thumbnails just literally look the same for the past like 5 videos, so just haven't changed what we're talking about. But this is a quick little update. It's Trisha's last little thing she said about the whole Shane Dawson and Ryland and Jeffree Star thing. So I feel like we should end the chapter with this, you know.
Oh,
give
yes.
the last little
Close the
update on it all.
book.
So this was Trisha's TikTok, and as you can see, she responded to a comment basically talking about how the more that she posts about it, the less people are going to support his comeback, and we don't want him back, okay? And she, I'm assuming, is going to agree with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, people are like, Trish, get over it. Well, I'm not going to get over it, and I'll never get over it, because these people don't have to take accountability. These people can just go about their lives, brush over it, have their people, their little lapdog fiance, the hairstylist, they sacrifice the people around them.
Someone's telling me she really doesn't like these people anymore.
Can I just say, she has just referred to Ryland as a lapdog.
She's really went for Ryland recently. Do you remember in the last episode when she was like...
And he's married.
Yeah, she's a professional, you know, he's got a lot going for him, he's been in movies, he's actually got a lot of money and all this stuff. And Ryland's,
Married.
Married?
Well, engaged, not even married.
Yeah, I haven't even got to that part yet.
Doesn't even have the respect on his name. You know what I mean?
They never take accountability for anything. And they don't learn. They don't get it. They say they do. They'll have an apology, throw in therapy in there, but they don't change.
Preach it, sis.
Well, I've got to say, right, I'm glad she just came to this conclusion, but fucking hell, it took you a while, Trisha.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Cogs have been turning for quite a while now.
We've been saying this, Trisha. You've already mentioned in a video before that you've seen the MARKIE channel. I've been saying this. You should have listened to me. I know my shit.
The guru for Trisha Life Tips. The MARKIE channel.
See, she thought I was hating her this whole time. I'm just trying to help out. I'm trying to give a better life advice, okay? We could be best friends, Trisha. You never know. But yeah, that's a little update. I mean, I don't think that changes anything. Clearly, they're not friends anymore. And maybe they might never be friends again. Who knows?
Well, we did find out that Shane got a new pet, which was Ryland.
Oh, yes.
So,
there we go.
Other than that...
Figuring out big things here on the MARKIE channel, as you can see. And now, moving on to quite positive news, okay? Jojo Siwa came out.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jojo.
Love it.
I love the way she did it as well. She literally done this and she was like, my cousin got me a new shirt. And the shirt says, best gay cousin ever.
Yes.
Brilliant, eh? Although she has said she hasn't, what's the word? She hasn't put like a label on it.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Which, by the way, can I just say, you should have done something creative like this when you came out. Where was your t-shirt?
I just made a video.
Yeah, disgraceful, eh? Disgraceful. How disappointing is that?
If I remember correctly, I just put, I'm bisexual, get over it. I was like, just get on with it.
But as much as there's been positives from this, of course, for some reason, the world still wants to give us negatives because shortly after this, she ended up getting swatted.
Are you joking?
I swear to God.
Basically what happened is we were at our house and all of a sudden there was a whole bunch of police that were telling us to come outside the house and we didn't know why. We didn't know what.
Get out of the house. with your hands up.
That was a
Natal
great
reenact.
reenactment.
And
That? I felt uncomfortable with that little
Go
recreation.
on, put your hands up. I hope all police officers sound like that in the future.
and then basically we went outside, hands up, like, because you have to obviously just follow the rules and do what you're supposed to do. And then the police were saying that somebody had called and made a claim, and then all of a sudden paparazzi came from around the corner. So basically it's called swatting, where the media will actually call the police, so that way you have to come outside your house. And I think because I recently, told the internet how happy I was and told the internet that I am whatever I am.
They did not need this man here.
Yeah, what?
This man is so annoying.
It's such a serious situation, and this fucking bloke just making noise in the bar.
Fuck off, will you? Yeah, well, just add it. You know what? It's like if you add too much to a cake and you make it shit. He did not need to be there. That was a terrible analogy, by the way. Just like me, I had nothing. It's bullshit. Do you know what it is as well, right? How awful is it, right? Bearing in mind, she's still quite young.
17.
I didn't know until I was 20 how I felt. And she's been brave enough to come out at such a young age to kind of discover yourself in that way. Mm-hmm. And then someone's just went, you know what you deserve? 60 police cars at your door.
Well, the most crazy thing about this, in my eyes, is when you usually see this swatting things, it's usually some, really, angry fan or something, or somebody just trying to troll or whatever. She's saying here that it was the media.
That's
the paparazzi did it.
That is outrageous.
Professionals. Adults.
Imagine us swatting the profession. No, sorry, I take that all back. We're not professional.
Excuse me, Dan. I think I'm quite the journalist over here. I've got a microphone, a mic arm. I've got a plan. I'm a professional as a guest.
We've got an armchair. That's pretty professional, isn't it?
It's also a recliner, so the legs go up, but
it is. We are against the wall.
It's too close to the wall, so we can't use it. See, I'm clearly not a decorator by any means, okay? I don't know how the fuck I'm decorating this place, but there is a recliner if you want it. But yeah, no, I find it fucking mental that professionals, adults, I just assume that these are just kids that are swatting people and calling the police and being like, haha, it'd be funny if we can get them to swat them, or whatever.
It's completely shallow.
Stupid, man, stupid.
It's shallow. Jojo, if you're watching, which you're not, but if you are, sue the fucking pants off them.
She has a lot of money, I assume, so I think she probably could.
Sue the fucking pants off them, I would.
Yeah.
If someone did that just because I was a certain sexuality or label that you haven't even give yourself, you've just kind of put it out there that you're not straight, and then you get swatted, I'd be furious. Can you imagine if that happened to me? I'd be furious. I'd be angry, sad. I wouldn't know what to feel.
Go on, give us some more adjectives. Angry, sad.
Emotional.
Oh, one more.
Vindicted.
Oh,
that was a good one.
I don't even know what that means. But yeah, that's the whole JoJo stuff. Unfortunately, there's some sad news to it, but congratulations, JoJo. We're very, very happy for you.
I saw Deaf Noodles got in a bit of drama with Jeffree Star. That was on my timeline.
Come on, Dan, you're giving me a topic now.
All right, okay.
This is different.
So I don't have any screenshots, but he reported on Jeffree Star's warehouse being broken into because the alarms went off. But,
was it another fake one by any chance?
and Jeffree Star went, actually, the alarm just went off. Sorry for all the people that wanted me to get broken. It's not it, sis, or something like that. Got
very
put back in his place.
Isn't he?
Yeah,
very, very
dickhead.
unlikable.
There's the Jeffree Star. Dan's hot take.
You should come with a random topic every week. Just something completely off the script.
Just Bruce Forsyth. Random.
But yeah, actually, here's a little bit of a different topic than we're used to on this, because we're going to talk about This Morning.
Oh, great.
Which is something we haven't covered on this channel, I'm pretty sure. But I thought this was incredible, okay? Basically, it's a breakfast show here in the UK, because I realise a lot of you are American.
Oh, yes. Howdy.
And they interviewed an influencer. Did you say howdy? And mention American. Howdy.
Well, yeehaw!
You've offended so many people, I can guarantee right now.
Sorry.
They interviewed an influencer. Can I just say it dead quick? This influencer, self-proclaimed influencer, okay, gets about 200 likes to pictures on Instagram.
On
okay?
Instagram.
Yeah. And that's apparently her job and all this shit.
I could be an influencer.
Yeah?
I get triple hers.
Whoa, big flex.
Where's my brand deals?
You should get out to Dubai instead.
Oh, don't tempt me. No, that was a joke.
But yeah, as you can probably tell by the joke, this influencer went to Dubai during a pandemic. not exactly the best idea. And a lot of people have been doing this. Have you noticed? A lot of YouTubers.
Yeah, I don't understand why either, because you're escaping for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I
Then
think
you're coming back, having to isolate anyway. Like what
they
we're-
definitely don't know. I guarantee you
Well,
that these people don't isolate
Yeah,
100%.
but you have to do that anyway to what we're already doing anyway.
Yeah, I think the way they see it is
There's
like
nothing open.
in Dubai they've controlled COVID quite well
Yeah.
in comparison to the rest of the world. So like, oh, it's only fair if I go there. When realistically, it's anything
It's
but
not.
fair because
No,
you're
it's
taking
not.
the shit show that's here in the UK or America over to there. So you're a bit of a dick if you do it realistically.
It's like shitting on someone's doorstep, isn't it?
I love your analogies today.
I'm on board. No, but it is though, isn't it? It's like, because you don't know if you've got it.
Yeah,
Technically, so you could go over, make it 10 times worse, and then you can't go to Dubai
And
now.
not only is it that, it's a fucking kick into the teeth. Kick into the teeth? A kick in the teeth. Okay, not directly through the mouth. A kick in the teeth to the people who haven't been able to work as much during the pandemic, which is
Yeah.
a big portion of people who can't afford to go on holiday, even when they actually get back into work when the world goes back to normal. They're not going to be able to go onto a holiday and enjoy themselves.
Absolutely not.
It's ridiculous because these people are rich. They're like, oh, maybe I can do it. Who cares?
The thing is, these people with the most money should be setting an example that you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Not singing all these fucking songs on Twitter. Let's bond together and you don't give a shit, evidently. You couldn't give two.
But the thing is, as much as the topic of actually going to Dubai during the pandemic is fucked, the best thing about this, and the reason I want to react to it, is her reasoning behind it is
Great.
fucking wonderful, okay? It might actually change your mind on this
She
whole
better
situation.
have a fucking good excuse.
Everybody is just wanting to, we're in this together. That's what it feels like.
Fucking look at her, man. She's literally in Dubai as they're doing this interview. Next to a fucking pool. Of course she next to a pool. She could have been in a hotel room, for fuck's sake.
Did it in the hotel. She was like, oh, I know I'll do it by the pool.
Fucking bastard. I already don't like her.
Holly
However-
Willoughby is fuming, by the way. I would just like to say
Yes.
that.
Look,
Like,
mate, look at fucking Philip.
Philip is fuming.
When we
Yeah,
see
yeah.
someone like you out there beside a bull, we're not in it together. It's not in lockdown spirit.
Yeah. I think what you've got to understand is my job.
She better not be a fucking Geordie.
Oh, yeah, she's a Geordie, mate. She's a Geordie.
Oh.
What are they like, these fucking Newcastle lot?
On
Bastards.
the front of Newcastle and the north, this ain't us. Dubai, fucking keep her. I don't want her back.
So my job is to motivate people. Do you know what I mean? If I was
Oh, I love it. I can't tell you what. When I saw her in Dubai, posting her bikini pictures, I felt motivated. I felt like I too could go to Dubai during a pandemic and put a lot of people at risk. Fucking hell, that'd be great.
What the fuck is going on? I'm not being funny, right? Oh, God.
Her job's to motivate people, mate. She fucking posts pictures to Instagram. What the fuck's she motivating? Who has she motivated?
Not fucking me.
I was going to be lazy, if I was going to sit back, if I couldn't be bothered to provide a service. Sometimes
Oh, that's
free
motivating.
Wow.
Fucking hell.
You know when I'm like, just having a really hard day, what I do is I go on fucking fake Tits McGee's profile picture and I go, she's with some camels today. I'm not with the camels, but she's motivated me to be at one with the
That's
camels.
gonna get me out of bed,
You know,
do my
whoa.
chores.
Come
Fucking hell.
on! Yeah!
You're alive!
It's fucking outrageous, isn't it?
At the minute, I'm providing free workouts on my Instagram.
I love it. Well,
Ugh,
you see, I'm allowed to go to Dubai because I am providing free workouts on my Instagram.
I cannot be arsed.
Yeah, you do deserve the award, to be fair. You are.
This is absolutely outrageous. Honestly, I think this might be one of the worst people I've seen on the internet the last week. Genuinely. Genuinely.
Even the fucking camel's fed up of his shit. Look at him, man.
But because I've
See,
got
that
such a high
doesn't
demand of young
motivate.
girls
This
that I
image
want
doesn't
to do it.
motivate
Did you
me.
hear what you just said? I could have just sat back and waited till the gyms were open, but I'm actually going to post these free workouts with people. Fucking hell, I knew a godsend.
But-
What would we do without her?
But I don't understand what point she's trying to make either. That there isn't a point to that.
I don't think she knows what she's saying either. I think she's just trying to blabber on at this
yeah, I
point.
think she's just trying to cover her own back and kind of see the, oh, I promise I'm doing it for work.
Yeah.
You know how everybody says, oh.
My favourite thing, this headline. Should influencers influencers be allowed to travel as if like influencers are this like mortal being? They're just the most important people in the world. You know what? Normal people, nah, fuck them. They're not allowed anything. These influencers already have a really easy life and the most money in the world, and they literally have an easier life than 99% of the population. They should be allowed to even have more of an easy life. Why not? Fucking hell.
It just, it makes genuinely no sense. And if you are an influencer that's going to Dubai or anywhere else, that's fine at the minute. Not limited to Dubai. You're a and I want you to know that. I did use the C word. You're a C word, and I want you to know that. Don't care who you are. Like, you're no friend of mine.
I feel like, in a weird way, I'd almost have more respect for her if she was just like, you know, technically I'm allowed to get on a plane, so I'm going to go and enjoy myself. And I'd be a bit like, you're a prick, but you're an honest prick. It's the fact that she's coming up with these excuses that just makes it 10 times worse.
If anything, she'd actually, by doing that, solve a problem which we had in the UK for a long time where they didn't shut the border.
Yeah, that might actually make people think, oh yeah, she is right. She technically is allowed to do that. Maybe we should stop her from doing that.
Maybe we should, like, stop the planes flying. You know, maybe we should ground them and shut off the border. Not allowed in, not allowed out. So I hate to sound like someone from Brexit.
Yeah.
But that is the way to stop the spread, isn't it?
All you have to do is, like, look at other countries that are doing really well, like New Zealand, who have actually shut the borders. You're only allowed to enter, I'm pretty sure, if you're a resident, and even then you have to do like a 2-week quarantine period in a hotel or something like that.
Which is funded by the government. But our government just went, go to Nando's, be alright.
Yeah.
That's what they did halfway through. They went, you know what, go to Nando's, 50% off, why not?
It's quite fitting that this is actually came out today as well, because the UK actually reached, 100,000 deaths in the UK from COVID today.
Outrageous. It's a national tragedy.
Because of fuckers like this.
It's an absolute national tragedy, and she's not the cause of it. She is COVID-19.
Yes.
But she's not helping. If anything, she's anti the cause. No one wants to see her bouncy tits on a camel in Dubai. Nobody.
You've got quite this obsession with her tits at a minute, Dan.
Well, because
That's a reference now.
She wants you to reference the tits. Do you know
they
what
are covered in Louis Vuitton at the minute, to be fair, so fucking hell.
And it's the only fucking, it's a fucking waistband. It's not even a top. Imagine me wearing that. It would look like elastic band.
In the last episode, you weren't very far off.
No. But,
not quite Louis Vuitton, but you weren't far off.
It wasn't uncouth, Callum.
Now for the next topic, okay. I'm assuming that's what people came for, because something tell me this is going to be the title. But James Charles got exposed, kind of. I feel like I'm going to have quite an unpopular opinion with this, so I'm hoping we don't get cancelled. I mean, it would suit the name of the show, I guess.
I have a funny feeling I might agree with you, yeah.
Have you heard about this?
I genuinely saw this headline as I came here, but never actually read it. But I think I know what it's about.
Okay, so brief little backstory. There's this whole thing about James Charles, like apparently trying to pressure straight people and whatnot. You know, it kind of got revealed that the people who said that in the first place aren't exactly the most trustworthy people and talk shit about each other 24/7. I don't need to tell you this. You know the whole Dramageddon thing that happened. Okay, but it turns out they're trying to do it again. Not the same people, but TikTokers. I reckon we sit through and watch the TikTok, get the main points, and then we explain our opinions. Because I have a feeling it's going to be a bit different to what some people are expecting.
So as you can see, James Charles commented on one of my videos back in August. Then right after, he adds me on Snap, but notice he didn't follow my Instagram or TikTok. So at this point, I'm just shocked. I'm going insane. Like, I see this guy everywhere, and for him to add me, that's just crazy. So we texted for a couple days, but it was more of like, hey, what you doing? How you doing? We ended up getting the yellow heart within just 3 days.
Does that mean?
What the fuck's a yellow heart?
Are we too old?
Mate, we're getting old, you know. Fucking
we
Jesus.
both looked at each other and went, yellow heart?
We both got the yellow heart within 3 days.
What are these yellow hearts that you son about?
What's going on?
Each other and everything, the big question came out. James asked me if I'm gay. I told him I'm straight, and things start to get weird from there. He then...
Did someone just shout "why" in the background there?
You are. Yes, sis.
And starts leaving me on open. Literally the same day I told him I was straight, he left me on open for 10 hours. But I don't blame him, because he did say he was looking for a relationship on a podcast at the time.
Looking for love on a long-term, like, longevity.
But I would get these out of the blue snaps from him asking how am I doing or what are you doing, like out of nowhere. And it went on for like a while, for like a week.
By the way, before we do get any further, a good sign of when someone is probably chatting a little bit of shit, if you noticed in the last thing, on the first TikTok, like for part 2. If you want to hear the second half of the story.
Bullshit. And it's just a hot take from Dan. You
Oh,
got
go
two
on, Dan's
today.
hot take, let's go.
I hate it when TikTokers do this. You know, when they're like, "I'm gonna put all these jelly beans in the bag and leave them for a day. Come back for part 2." No, I don't want to come back for part 2. I'm here now. I'm never gonna check your profile ever again. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing it.
Can I just say it didn't work for him though? Because isn't 4,000 likes on TikTok
That's
really
shit.
bad in a day?
Well, I mean, coming from my 12 likes, I wouldn't know. But that shit.
No, mate, come on. 4,000 likes on TikTok is like the equivalent of what, like 10 likes on YouTube or
Yeah,
some shit.
but it's also about James Charles, so you'd
Yeah.
expect the reach to be massive on this, but no.
Bet he was mortified.
Out of nowhere. And it went on for like a while, for like a week. And then he just asked me openly, would you be willing to experiment? I said no. He asked why. And I said, because I don't feel comfortable doing something like that. Then he started questioning my decision, asking why. And he tried making me feel like it was okay. He sent me this.
What are you worried for, though? It's not like anybody's actually there, like about to suck your dick or something.
So after he sent me that, I thought to myself, why me? Like, why does he like me out of everyone?
Right, so he then goes on to say that
Was it-
basically he
was a
spoke to
bit strange.
2 other people who also said that they were speaking to James Charles and they were straight, basically, okay? But yeah, here's the thing. If it is the case that he's been 100% truthful here, and that James, like, pressured him after he said no and all that stuff, fucked. Clearly.
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
Fucked. The problem is here, okay? It's hard for me to think that James Charles, after all the shit that went down, like the whole Dramageddon thing with, like,
Yeah.
he precious straight boys and whatever, that he would sit there and after
do it-
someone's literally
and
trying to
do
get him to
that.
go away and be like, no, I don't want it, to do that, you know?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. And the fact that he replied with like a jokey little Snapchat there kind of suggests that they did have a bit of a back and forth.
Yeah.
And at the minute, all we've heard of is one side of the story of this guy saying this right now. And James Charles actually did comment on the post where I think I've got it here. Let me find it. He commented saying, "You are so weird for this. The exposed video because you're mad I unadded you after months of not talking after you told me you were straight. Okay." So what it kind of seems like to me, tell me if you disagree, okay?
Okay.
What it kind of seems like to me is that they were speaking. They got the yellow heart, okay? They were fucking
yes.
best buddies and all this stuff. He's thought, James Charles, really big famous YouTuber, you know, this could help me out a little bit. He's kind of like flirted back and forth. Quite clearly knows James is kind of there to be like, oh, I'm trying to find a lad, you know? And he's then, after they've been talking, being like, no, I don't want it. James has unfriended him. He's got a bit angry about it and posted TikTok all about it, like for part 2.
I thought that was you. Like for part 2, and then it just ends. No, I agree with you, but the only thing that's throwing me off is obviously context everything. So that clip of James Charles going, "It's not like I'm gonna suck your dick or anything." Like, what does that mean? Like, there's no context behind that. I think that's.
Wait, is that what he said?
Yeah,
I thought he said, "Why don't I just wait? Let me."
What are you worried for, though? It's not like anybody's actually there, like about to suck your dick or something.
What did he say there?
He's like, it's not as though anybody's actually there. It's not as though I'm gonna suck your dick or something. It's something along those
I thought he
lines.
said it's not like anyone's there. Why don't I just suck your dick or something? I mean, I don't know. Whatever he said.
Do you know what? It's a bit sus.
Yeah. That
Do you
does.
know what I mean? But other than that, I can see it because why? In what context?
But if he did,
would that come up in? If he wasn't flirting, is also me thought.
yeah, but if he did say, "I'm not going to suck your dick" or something, doesn't that just suggest that maybe they were like talking as mates, and he's been a bit like, "Oh, I don't know if we should like meet up and be mates," and he's just being like, "Well, what are you worried for? I'm not going to suck your dick."
Possibly, but again, on the flip side, if he was essentially leading James Charles on, which
Yeah.
could be is a possibility. I'm not saying it's what happened, but if that's the possibility, that could also be where it came from as well.
I have no doubt in my brain that a bunch of like straight people do lead James Charles on because I mean he does
Absolutely.
have X amount of subscribers or whatever. There's a lot they can benefit from it.
There's a lot of people that I think would do it if they got the chance. Not naming names of people, but I reckon it would happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Like almost day to day.
I think the problem with this is that a lot of people jump on the bandwagon of hating James Charles because it's another story that sounds similar to what fucking Jeffree and all them said before. And it kind of like, he's obviously posted this being like, oh, this probably could do really well for me.
Yeah.
You know, that's why he's done the whole like for part 2 thing. You need to hear like 2 parts of the story. At the minute, it sounds like they were having a back and forth. He literally says himself that they were talking laws. It's not like James meshed and went, "Hi, you gay?" And he went, "No, I'm straight." And he went, "Well, I want to suck your dick anyways." Like, it doesn't seem like that, you know?
peen.
Show peen.
Do you know what I mean? But I mean, imagine going through all this effort for a drop of clout. It's
And he
just
said,
not-
he unfriended him and didn't speak to him anymore. Isn't that probably the best thing to do?
Exactly.
I don't know. It all seems a bit weird. Like I said,
I'm not convinced.
Yeah.
From what's been presented at the minute, I'm not convinced. I reckon he was in fact leading James Charles on.
I think it could also go the other way, where if we did hear more about it, then maybe it would suggest that James Charles has been a fucking
it depends
idiot,
how much.
being a prick.
It depends how much evidence crops up on that.
Yeah, there we go. That's our opinions on that. I feel like that might be an unpopular opinion. Because I have a feeling that. Well, actually, let's have a look. What's the guy's TikTok? Let's see what people are saying. To be fair, I'm looking at the comments right now, and everyone seems to be on James's side, which I'm quite shocked about. I honestly thought it'd be the complete opposite way around.
He's also got a lot more followers from what I thought as well.
Yeah, he has like 300k, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's literally just said he reposted it, and someone's put, "Not you reposting because it flopped."
Oh dear. All that for a single drop of clout, you sad, sad man.
So it looks like James Charles has responded further here and said, social media apps should have a stronger policy around spreading false information. It's actually insane how one person can fake a story or screenshot for clout and people will believe it because it's entertaining. It's all fun and laughs until it happens to you. Fair enough. I'm assuming he must be talking about this situation here.
It has to be. I mean, there's no other... James Charles never gets in drama.
Yeah, this is a rare occurrence, isn't it? But yeah, either way, let us know your opinions down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I feel like there might be some extra bits coming out at this point, but I feel like the trustworthy portion of the story kind of just evaporates when you start doing all like the part 2 thing. He's reposting it because it didn't get enough likes and all this shit. Yeah. It's not great. It's not great at all.
What a load of shit.
But either way, Dan, for the last topic, we are going to talk about Paul.
Oh.
Hey. That's fun, isn't it?
Please, just spare me. Put me out with misery.
So, someone by the name of Conor McGregor, who Jake Paul has been calling out a lot recently, lost his fight at the weekend. Again, someone that Jake Paul keeps calling a bum or whatever. He's literally ranked number 1 in the world in his weight division, by the way, this guy. Right? So, I, for one, would actually love it if, after he's been calling a bum, that Dustin Poirier, the guy who beat Conor McGregor, fights Jake Paul. I think that'd be quite fun.
That would be
But
funny.
it wouldn't happen, you know that. But yeah, either way, after Conor McGregor did lose, Jake Paul went straight to YouTube and posted a 1-minute long video.
UFC 257, Conor McGregor just got knocked the fuck out. Worst stream of all time, Dana White. Worst stream ever. We want refunds.
Probably his Wi-Fi at that point because I watched it as well and the stream was fine.
I watched it as well.
Not to the point we're just sitting here being like, don't go for Dana White. The stream was really good.
I love that baldy man.
Speaking of baldy man, what is going on with his haircut, man?
Oh, he's given up.
He's hiding something underneath there. What is going on?
Well, actually, it's quite the contrary. There's nothing there to hide. It's just skin.
Conor McGregor got paid $5 million to fight a bum and he got knocked out by the bum. Bro, the memes right now all over Twitter is trending. This is hilarious. You got Nate Robinson. Conor, dude, you got paid $5 million to fight a bum. You should have taken the Jake Paul fight for $50 million, but now I got $10,000 for you. I got $10,000 cash. Cold hard cash, blue hundreds, all cash.
Oh my god, he's so cringe, isn't he? He's like that. He literally turned back into like little like Disney Channel Jake Paul for a second there. The whole like blue honey, cash.
Can we just stop a second, Mr. Paul? Right, I'm going to spit some true fact to you. First, you're a cunt. Right, got to start with that. You're the C word, right? Second of all, this was the second most paid for pay-per-view?
For UFC, yes.
For UFC?
By the way, number 1 also is a Conor McGregor fight. so there you go.
It's definitely not him,
yeah.
Right? People want to see him, right? 3, sort your hairline out. It's dreadful, right? 4, at your age. And 5, do you really think a man with $1 billion pound whiskey company is going to take 10 grand?
Yeah, I think he's just doing that to like disrespect me at this point. But there's a lot of shit that he said that's wrong there. No idea where Jake Paul's going to get 50 million from, first of all, okay? Because,
nobody.
Yeah, he says that he's got proof of funds or whatever. No one's going to do that. If the UFC isn't going to pay Conor McGregor 50 million, which, by the way, he says 5 million.
It's definitely not 5 million.
5 million is his appearance fee. Turning up gets him 5 million. Then it did 1.6 million pay-per-view buys. Conor McGregor gets a chunky percentage of that, okay? Yeah. He's into the tens. Okay, he's not at 5 million.
That was my 4th point, but I did forget it.
Which is weird because when Jake Paul's initial pay was released for the Mike Tyson fight when he fought Nate Robinson, his initial pay was like 600 grand. And imagine if people go around him going, "Oh, you only got paid 600 grand." he'd have an aneurysm. He'd freak out.
That last bit of hair on his head would have fell out.
So yeah, I think he's just saying a lot of lies at this point.
Also, speaking of taking L's, shall we really go through the list of L's Jake Paul's taken? Now, I'm no McGregor fanboy. You got sacked off Disney. You lost a fucking great Team 10 house, which was making you bank. You've now got someone who was, someone that worked in Las Vegas and he's been in prison and all sorts.
A guy called Azadi, who had been in a prison for, I want to say allegedly, something along the lines of like trafficking. He was working very closely with this bloke.
You can't afford the tax in LA anymore, so you're moving to Florida. You're selling your house because you can't be arsed. You're taking L's left, right, and fucking centre. You can't insult a man that's just had two of the best pay-per-views on UFC and go, give you 10k. You're probably shitting yourself in case he probably takes that up.
Yeah, the problem.
Do you know what I mean?
The problem is Jake Paul's obviously. I don't think if Conor McGregor did accept it, I guess he probably would accept it too because it's a lot of money he would get for fighting Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
But the difference is Conor McGregor would literally put Jake Paul in the body bag. Like it would actually be that bad.
Would say, you do fucking nothing.
But Jake Paul, even though he's not fighting Conor McGregor, is actually going to be fighting someone who is a former UFC fighter, but it's not the one you want, Dan. It's not the one you want. So let me put this into context for you. And by the way, I do want to apologise. This could be boring for a lot of people. I do realise a lot of people don't care about the fighting stuff, but to the people that do, Jake Paul's fighting Ben Askren. Okay?
Okay.
Ben Askren is a former One Championship champion, okay? One Championship is a fighting organisation in Japan or China, I think.
Okay.
Some Asia, right? He was a champion there. He's a very, very good wrestler. Meaning he's very good at taking people down to the floor and punching them on the floor, okay?
Bringing a ladder to the head or something.
One thing he's not good at, and is arguably, potentially, the worst ever at in UFC, striking. Punching, specifically, okay?
Right.
He's not great. And Jake Paul has posted like this big thing. Wait, let me actually show you. This big essay basically being like, I'm fighting a real fighter now, no one can doubt me, you said I only fought an NBA athlete last time, now I'm fighting a real fighter and I'm gonna knock him out. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, oh, he's shit. Well, if he's shit, of course he's gonna fight him because it's gonna be an easy inflation on his ego, innit?
Well, the problem is, Ben Askren is as elite as it gets as an athlete in terms of wrestling. He's as elite as it gets. I'm pretty sure he was in the Olympics for wrestling at one point as well.
Oh, wow.
In MMA, even though that does involve striking, when he takes people down to the floor, he's very good there too. Even though in UFC he didn't have a very good stint. He won one fight where he arguably could have lost because he could have got stopped a little bit earlier when he got slammed on his head. And he then had two more fights, one of which he has the fastest knockout in history that he suffered, not him actually given. And the next one he got submitted. So he hasn't had the best display on UFC, but Jake Paul's quite smart with it.
Also, what is Triller?
Triller is an app that is like, it's competing against TikTok. It's a very similar app to TikTok, and they just have a lot of money. Someone obviously very rich is putting a lot of money into this, and so he's working closely with Triller to do his fights.
Also, speaking of the polls,
in the UK, you probably watch on BT.
Speaking of the polls, right? This Logan Paul fight with who? Mayweather. Sorry. He is quite big.
Yeah, that's not someone you can say who to, by the way.
No, I just couldn't remember his opponent. No hype.
It's been postponed, apparently.
Not much hype, though.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about it.
I think the problem is with that, though, it's very, like, the person who would hype that up would be Logan Paul, like, trying to, like, talk shit and stuff. It's quite hard to talk shit to arguably the best ever boxer to ever live. Like, if he starts going, I'm gonna knock Floyd Mayweather out, everyone will just look at him and be like,
yeah, I saw it got postponed. Daniel Keem dropped the story first.
Must be true then.
No, he actually released it before,
it did
which was they were like, oh no, it's got so much hype around it. Genuinely, right? When I say I heard more hype around Jake Paul fighting nobody, literally, it was just empty threats left, right, and centre, than an actual fight that was going ahead.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can hate Jake Paul as much as you want, but he knows how to sell it at the end of the day. So
no, he's a cockhead.
It's working for him, I guess. But yeah, I think we'll leave that there. That's happening April 17th.
Right.
Jake Paul's probably going to win. His ego's going to get inflated to the absolute max. He's going to be telling people how he beat an elite athlete.
I think I'm
fighting.
I think I'm asleep all that day.
Yeah, it's going to be It's going to be a sad one, I think. I wonder who else on the cards, actually, because I highly doubt they're putting Jake Paul and Ben Askren as the main event in a
They're
card.
not getting my money, my time, or my fuck all. They're
not getting fuck all, mate.
You're not getting anything.
But yeah, that is probably the end of the topics. And without further ado, I feel like we're going to the last segment, which is Dan's Dumb Dick of the Day. Who you reckon, Dan?
Again, I feel like it's only fair to give this to Tits McGee. Don't know her name. I don't know her name.
Just can't call her Tits McGee. For fuck's sake, man.
Well, do you know what? When she stops straighting off to Dubai, I'll call her proper name.
There you go. Okay,
Right?
congratulations.
Tits McGee, congratulations.
I was going to actually say a real name, and then I tried to think, I can't remember what it was, actually. So, yeah, fair enough. But yeah, without further ado, that's going to be it for the video. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like down below. If you are new to the channel as well, please subscribe. Subscribe to Dan as well. Try and get him to 13k.
13k,
13k.
yeah.
Officially past what he was like on his old channel when he lost it, which is brilliant
It's great,
news.
huh?
Yeah, so if you do want to help out even more, go and subscribe there. I guess until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right,
Ta-ra!
goodbye.